All right, we're going to kind of revisit an old video that we did, and it's going to be talking about you only need 5 bourbons, but it's a new twist to it.
Yeah, the Bourbon Junkies kind of set some rules, some new things, so we'll play off that.
Yeah, we'll play along. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to, I guess, respond to a challenge.
Yeah, so Junkies, they put out a video where they kind of like re-looked at some of the Reddit stuff and they kind of put on their own little twist of some things.
Yes.
Some different, 5 different topics for 5 different bottles. So they kind of challenge a whole bunch of people on Whiskeytube. They want everybody to do it, so we will do it.
We will oblige.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today's episode is brought to you by ZBiotics.
All right, guys, it's Derby season. That means we got parties to go to. We got to bet on horse racing. And we got a lot of drinking to do, and we can't be slowed down one bit. And thankfully, we don't have to with ZBiotics.
Yo, ZBiotics.
I know.
ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. ZBiotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. So just remember to drink this probiotic before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's sleep to help you feel better.
Yeah, so like I was talking about with Derby, we got some parties we're going to.
Yep.
We got some bottle shares we're going to.
Yep.
And it is nonstop for the next 5 days. Thankfully, with ZBiotics, super easy. All you have to do, you open this, you take it,
Swig it down.
get a nice big glass of water, and you're going at full speed the entire time.
Always at the it's gonna be a fun time for sure.
Oh yeah, it's already been a great year so far.
Yep.
So go to zbiotics.com/Bourbon Kingdom or scan the QR code somewhere over Dave's face on the screen right now to get 15% off your first order when you use Bourbon Kingdom at checkout.
You can also sign up for a subscription using our code so that you can kind of stay prepared no matter what the time or the occasion. ZBiotics is backed by and this is the best thing, 100% money-back guarantee. So if you are unsatisfied for any reason, they will refund you your monies, no question asked.
Yep. So remember, head to zbiotics.com/Bourbon Kingdom and use the code Bourbon Kingdom at checkout for 15% off your first order. Thanks to ZBiotics. You've been a great channel sponsor. You're honestly the best thing on Whiskeytube. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, so the first one is...
Hold on. Before we start, hit the comments below.
Good call.
Whenever we go through all these things down there, please put your all's list. We'd greatly appreciate it. We'd love to see what your all's list is.
Yeah.
And hit that like, subscribe, notification button. Continue.
The first category is the night starter whiskey. And for me, if you have been part of this channel at all for any amount of time, you all know that my night starter is and always will be Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. It is what it is. There's nothing, there's not much to say about it other than this is a great starter bourbon.
Yeah.
It warms the palate in just the right ways. It's low enough proof that it doesn't really impede any future bourbons that you're going to drink. And so it just kind of makes a really nice, easy starter. And shout out to Redwood Empire.
So my starter, I'm going to get yelled at. I know. I'm going to get yelled at for a lot of things. It's okay. I fully accept this. Wild Turkey 12 year. This is like, I was actually going through, I still have a bunch of boxes over there. I have a whole case of boxes.
Yeah.
I was like, I've really drank through so much of this. I poured out some samples too.
Yeah.
I don't want to mistake in that. But with this being so close to us with Neat, because Neat has it.
Yeah, always.
It's just been so accessible to us and be able to get. And it's honestly, it's the most bougie of warm-up whiskeys you could ever have. And I love drinking. It's one of the first things I like to go down and drink too. because all that spice and that ethanol that you get from your traditional 101 is just not there anymore. And it's just gorgeous. It's delicious. It's yummy.
Yeah. All right. So category 2 is what our favorite
current daily.
Current daily. Again, I'm just going to go to
it's a really good choice, actually.
A new friend of ours is Still Austin. This is the Bottle and Bond Straight Rye. You all know me. This is really weird that this would be on my. And actually, I actually have 2 ryes in my list.
Really?
Well, I mean, this is that's a rye too.
Is that a rye?
Yeah, it is a rye.
I mean, I guess it's like a distillery. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more well known for ryes. Okay. Yeah.
No,
you're a changed man.
It is a rye. It's the sweet mash rye. Yeah. It's just finished.
Yeah, you're a changed man.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I am a changed man, I think. But this Still Austin, I find myself when I'm at home wanting a drink. I find myself gravitating towards this bottle, and I don't know why, other than that I just enjoy it thoroughly, and because of that, I kind of want to give a shout out to these distilleries that I really have come to really enjoy. And this one is actually, I stole one of the bourbons and took it home last week so that I could have it. I think I might have taken the cast strength.
Oh, fair enough.
Bourbon home.
All right. So mine, current right now, and I tend to rotate mine on what I like and whatnot, but
that's a good one.
I'm really back on the 100 proof single barrel of Forester.
I've always been on it.
And, well, yeah, but I mean, it was 4 Roses. You would have asked me that a month ago, I would have been on 4 Roses.
Yeah. Funny thing is, I almost chose this too.
Well, I kind of didn't know which one you were going to choose.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going back to this though, this is a very special one to me. I just opened this up actually for Derby time because I had a couple of people who have been like, I've never actually had a Jackie MTS pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And they're like, I also have never had like 100 proof
Jackie
MTS pick. And I was like, I got you. So this is actually
check.
Yeah, this is G House Roulette #1. This is actually Jackie's last pick that was released out of the distillery. Yeah. So I was very excited about this. We didn't know it was going to be the last pick, but my wife and I, we were actually out to eat downtown. They released these, so I was able to get 2. So it's actually pretty special.
If you ever get a chance to get a single barrel 100 proof, just don't even question it. Just buy it. It's generally pretty good. All right, next on the list is our hipster bottle.
Hipster. So
oh, God. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, basically, when they're saying hipster, this is a brand that is maybe not as well known, or like it was a startup craft, and you were kind of on board from the get go.
Yeah.
Now, you and I both went for the very first one I thought of. I was like, Dave's going to pick this.
Yeah.
So I'll let you go first.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you on this.
So my hipster bottle is the Hard Truth. When this sweet mash came out, what was it, 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago now?
I don't know. I don't know when they came out. I mean,
first one, that sweet mash batch one when we got
probably 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as we tried that one, we were hooked. We were both like, this is fantastic. Mm-hmm. And so I generally have a tendency to try if I see Hard Truth. As a matter of fact, I bought this bottle from Liquor Barn, and it was between this and a 4 Roses single barrel strength, and the manager just said, listen, I have 7 cases of the single barrel strength. I have 6 bottles of this. Yeah. If you want this, you should probably get this one because this one's not going to last. And so I bought this one instead. But this is just one example of, I have a store pick, I have a Kroger pick, I have just the normal one.
We have a bunch of bottles.
And so we have fallen in love with Hard Truth since the beginning.
Yep.
And so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt almost every single time.
I agree. I mean, every rye I've ever had I haven't had all their new bourbons that have came out, like their Weeder and their Bourbon, but all their ryes I've had have been top notch, absolutely delicious.
And if the Still Austin is not my daily drinker, this is my other daily drinker.
Yeah.
Because it's just fantastic.
All right, next one, and we could debate on how popular or not, whatever, but I don't know. Like, there's like, you know, Life of Lux. There's some other like Instagram accounts that really hype this stuff up and talk about this stuff a lot. I don't know if there's any other YouTube channel that talks about this as much as what we do.
Probably not.
The only other channel that might talk about them as much as us is the channel that I have the pick from right now, and that's Bourbon Junkies.
Yeah.
So whenever we start this whole Patreon thing, I have a list of picks I want, and this is at the tippy top. Like, this is one of them that I would love to be able to get. I'd love to be able to have. I love everything that they're doing. I'm starting to get in some of their rare character now that is just absolutely gorgeous and awesome. Overall, just such a huge fan, and I've been kind of riding them from like the beginning. Like, where I can't say I was one of the first ones on Hard Truth. I feel like I was on that train with them.
We were early on Hard Truth, though.
We were. I think on Whiskeytube, definitely we were.
Yeah.
I think maybe Fred Minnick and maybe Jason from Mash and Drum beat us.
Yeah.
To kind of talking about them first, but overall, love both of them.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So the next one, this is the fourth category. This one is what the junkies call the small circle, or like just your friends. You getting together.
Very tight knit group.
Yeah. Very tight knit group.
Very intimate, kind of, you're going to share some pours.
Yeah.
But you bring out that really special bottle for them for whatever reason.
Yeah, yeah. And mine is actually, this is one that we just got not too long ago. But this is the Booker's 30th anniversary. And it wasn't open, but this weekend I actually opened it.
He literally opened it after I left our small get-together we were at.
I told him he could have stayed, but he was really tired. He had been going. The hunt was real. And
the hunt was real for Derby.
And the downside of the hunt was over, and so the adrenaline is gone. But
I was ready to go home.
So our buddies from Michigan, they are truly...
They're family.
They're family now. Yeah. They had never had it. I was kind of looking for an excuse to pour it.
Y'all put a hurt on that bottle, too.
We'll talk about Greg pouring. I love you, Greg.
Yeah, that's funny.
But this is just one of those special bottles that you just bring out with friends and family and stuff like that. And so it was really cool to be able to open it, because they, in some ways, have been part of our journey through our Bourbon Kingdom stuff. And so they support almost everything that we do. They are just really kind of dudes that are just completely behind us. And so thought, what better way to pour that than with them. I actually was hoping Zach would too, but he was leaving. So
I was tired.
But he has a bottle of his own too. So.
Talking about, what's really funny is he pulled that bottle out, talking about this weekend, a bottle that I left at home by accident, and I literally meant to bring this because one of the guys in the group got one.
Yes, he did.
Was, or is, Evan Williams 23 year. So whenever I think of like really like small group kind of whiskey, to me, I think of something that's very unique, probably hard to find, or just, something that's very, very special. Evan Williams 23 year might not go for the price that it probably should for on the secondary. But the quality of it, the rarity of it, the intimate, like just having a pour of this together with friends is just something special.
Yeah.
And something really appreciative for the opportunities I do. So the good thing is whenever they come back in town, which they'll be back in town probably next month.
Yes. The last one is kind of what they said, big circle or bottle share.
Bottle share.
I like saying big circle though.
I bet you do.
Big circle. All right. And so for my big circle, it's a bottle. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I was like, where's it at? Mine is the...
I'm just not realizing what we did.
What?
Nah, you'll figure it out here in a second. Oh, no, keep going. No, it does. No, the video is fine. Go ahead.
I was like, what did I do? I don't know.
No, you didn't.
So this is the bottle share bottle. Is the 1924. Now, the reason why I chose the 1924 is because I really like it a lot. I know what most people say they don't like about it is the price. And because they don't like the price, I think they kind of turn their nose up at the bottle. And so because of that, I think if you try it, I think you'll enjoy it. Now, I've heard some people be like, I don't like it at all, blah, 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 blah. Which is fine. You know, bourbon is that way. Fair. So you either, I happen to really like it.
Agreed.
As a matter of fact, it's one that I go to a lot at the house too. And so because of that, I think taking it to a bottle share where people haven't maybe bought it but would want to try it is kind of why I think I chose that one.
I agree. I think it's a great bottle.
Yeah. Oh, now I see what we did.
Now you see why.
Now I see what we did.
So, I didn't mean to kind of bring out like the Big Brother version of this.
But you did.
But I did. And I didn't really think that through on that one. My bottle share is King Kentucky. And I know what some people are going to say, like, why would you share King Kentucky at a bottle share? Well, it's just like whenever I go to a bottle share, that's typically what I put in the bag, took it up Pours in the Park. We took it down to whenever we go like Heaven Hill and we do a big camp out, whatever. You know, anytime we do that, like I always have it around. So
you do.
In Derby, again, my boy Tim, he put a hurting on this.
That does not surprise me.
He always
either.
goes for it first, which I appreciate him because he has good taste because he knows what's right. With all that being said, I love to be able to share, like obviously I hunt for Kings. It's my favorite brand. It's my favorite bottle. It hits every point with me. And I always like having that in my bottle share bag to where, you know, yes, I have a lot of friends who get them and have had them before, but I do love sharing them because it's a awesome opportunity to be able to have them. And I just love sharing that experience with somebody.
Yeah. So again, just to remind you, put your bottles in there. Of the 5 categories, what you would have in each one of those categories. And until the next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.